Hare Rama, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare
जय
Krishna,
श्री
Krishna
कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद
Nityananda Sri
श्री
Advaita
अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि
Gaur
गौर भक्तवृंद।
Bhaktavrinda.
हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Yes, so today is Saturday. It is 23rd of May. It is Adhika Masa or Purushottama Masa, Sukla Paksham, Ashtami Tithi. So we are coming nearer to Ekadasi. So the quote of the day is Association of the Devotees. So association with the devotees during Purushottama month helps us remain enthusiastic in spiritual life. Discussing Krishna Katha together with multiple spiritual inspirations and serving devotees during this month brings the mercy of both Krishna and the Vaishnavas. So these are the quotes of the day. Okay, so we shall move into our daily Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, the Brahma along with all other sages, so they are offering their prayers to Varahadeva Bhagavan. So while he is lifting the earth and his tusks very beautifully standing in the sky, those are just once again going back to the prayers. These are very beautiful and glorifying the Lord is always auspicious. So rishis are praying him. जितं जितं ते अजितयज्ञभावनं त्रयीं तनुं स्वां परधन्वते नमः यद्रोमगर्तेषु निलिल्युरद्दयः तस्मै नमः कारणसूकराय ते रूपं तवैतन्नु दुष्कृतात्मानं दुर्दर्शनं देव यदध्वरात्मकं यन्दांसि यस्य त्वचिबर्हिरोमसु आद्यं दृशि त्वं दृशु चातुर्होत्रम् रक्तुण्ड आतिस्रुव ईशनाथयोः इदोदरे चमसाः कन्नरन्ध्रे प्रासित्रमासे ग्रसने ग्रहास्पृते यच्चर्वणं ते भगवनग्निहोत्रम् दीक्षानुजन्मोपसदः शिरोधरं त्वं प्रायणीय उदयनीयदंष्ट्रः जिह्वा प्रवर्ग्यः तव शीर्षकं क्रतोः सत्यावसत्यं चितयः आसवोहिते सोमस्तुरेतः सवनानि अवस्थितिः संस्था विभेद तव देवदातवः तत्राणि सर्वाणि शरीरसन्धिः त्वं सर्वयज्ञकृतुरिष्टिबन्धनः नमो नमस्ते अखिलमन्त्रदेवता द्रव्याय सर्वकृतवे क्रियात्मने वैराग्यभक्त्यात्मजयानुभावित ज्ञानविद्यागुरवे नमो नमः दंष्टाग्रकोट्य भगुं त्वया धृता विराजते भूधर भूः स भूधर यथावनानि हि सरतो दता धृता मतं गजेन्द्रस्य सपत्रपद्मिनि त्रयीमयं रूपमिदं च सौकरं भूमण्डलेनादता धृतेन ते चकाशुशृङ्गोडघनेन भूयसा कुलाचलेन्द्रस्य यतयो विभ्रमः संस्थापयैनं जगतां चतुर्दशां लोकाय पत्नीमसि मातरं पितां विधेम चासे नमसा सह त्वया यस्यां स्वतजिग्निनिवारणवदाहं काश्रद्धदीत अन्यतमः तव प्रभो रसंगताय भुविद्धिबर्हणं स विस्मयोऽसौ त्वयि विश्वविस्मये यो मायेदं ससृजे अतिविस्मयम् विशृण्वत वेदमयं निजं वपुः जनः तपः सत्यनिवासिनो वयं सटासिकोद्धूतशिवाम्बुबिन्दुभिः विमृज्यमाना वृषमीशपाविताः Whenever Lord is lifting the earth, so the hair on his shoulders, whenever he's shaking, the water which are tips of those hairs, it is falling on top of all the people of the Janaha Tapaha Satyavasinaha, all the people of Satyaloka, Janaloka, Tapoloka, and even though they are purified, they are further purified. They are pious, but Brushmisha Pavitaha, they became purified. In such a way, they are offering their prayers. So one more, the final shloka in the prayers. So it is all auspicious whenever Varaha Bhagavan appearance comes, or even that for reciting devotees can practice this one to glorify the Lord. So today in this glorification, the last prayer, last shloka of the prayers is saying that, my dear Lord, you perform so wonderful activity, and we are all situated in the material world, and it is not possible to conceive your unlimited, inconsumable activities with our tiny intelligence and minds. So please show your mercy on top of all of us. Likewise, the sages are all offering the last prayer to seek the mercy of the Lord. Without the mercy of the Lord, Guru Krishna Krupaya Paya Bhakti Lata Bilva. So one should receive the mercy of the Lord. Okay, so likewise, sages, Brahman sages, thereafter prayers. We are in Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, chapter 13, verse number 45. स वै भतभ्रष्टमतिः तवैषते यः कर्मणां पारम् अपारकर्मणः यद्योगमाया गुणयोगमोहितं विश्वं समस्तं भगवन् विदेहिशम् स वै भतभ्रष्टमतिः तवैषते स वै he savai is certainly bata alas brashtamati nonsense. So matihi, their mind is not in the right order. It has gone into materialistic enjoyment or so many deviated. Brashtamatihi. This is yoga brashto abhijayate. So brashtamatihi. This is his mind is not situated properly. Savai brashtamatihi tavaishate, and tava eshate. Your eshate is mentioning desires and also his activities, everything. All your desires, yeh karmanam param apara karmanah, and your activities, they do not have any limit. Yeh karmanam param, there is no limit. One who has got unlimited activities, apara karmanah. Param also, it is glorification. Yeh karmanam, how can we glorify you? Yeh karmanam param apar karamna, who perform so many wonderful activities with our brashtamatihi, with our deviated mind within this material world. How can it be possible? Yet yoga maya guna yoga mohitam. Yet yoga, and so by whom yoga maya, this is mystic power or potency. Maya is the potency of the Lord. Yoga maya, internal potency. And guna, modes of material nature. So here Lord performs all his activities by yoga maya. But people in this material world, they're all infected with the three material modes of nature. Guna, modes of material nature, yoga mohitam, mystic power, and mohitam, bewildered. They are bewildered by three material modes of nature. In such a way, Vishwam Samastam Bhagavan Videhisham, everyone, Vishwam Samastam, universe in total, Vishwam Samastam Bhagavan, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, Videhisham, just be pleased to bestow some good fortune on top of all the living entities. This is like a survey jana sukhino bhaventu. Likewise, the proverb is that everyone will be happy. And survey jana sukhino bhavantu. Here they are seeking the mercy of the Lord on top of everyone, all the living entities. Okay, this is the devotees of the Lord. Shreyacharanam Chara. Seek the mercy of the Lord for everyone. Savai Bata Brashtamatihi Tavaishate Yat Karmanam Param Apara Karmanaha Yad Yogamaya Guna Yoga Mohitam Vishwam Samastam Bhagwan Videhisham. Translation: O Lord, there is no limit to your wonderful activities. Anyone who desires to know the limit of your activities is certainly nonsensical. Everyone in this world is conditioned by the powerful mystic potencies. Please bestow your causeless mercy upon these conditioned souls. Purport by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Can I request Sanchita Mataji to read the purport, please?
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. The mental speculators who want to understand the limit of the unlimited are certainly nonsensical. Every one of them is captivated by the external potencies of the Lord. The best thing for them is to surrender unto Him, knowing Him to be the inconceivable, for thus they can receive His causeless mercy. This prayer was offered by the inhabitants of the higher planetary systems, namely Jana, Tapa, Satyaloka, who are far more intelligent and powerful than humans. Vishwam Samastam is very significant here. There are the material world and the spiritual world. The sages pray, both worlds are bewildered by your different energies. Those who are in the spiritual world are absorbed in your loving service, forgetting themselves and all you also. And those in the material world are absorbed in the material sense gratification and therefore also forget you. No one can know you because you are unlimited. It is best not to try to know you by unnecessary mental speculation. Rather, kindly bless us so that we can worship you with your causeless devotional service. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Thank you, Mataji. So the purport is again about the people they imagine, scientists or some mental speculators. They use their mind to conceive something which is inconceivable. So this is here, the sages are saying they are brashtamatihi. It is no, their mind is nonsensical. So mental speculators who understand the limit of the unlimited are certainly nonsensical. Every one of them is captivated by the external potencies of the Lord. And the best thing for them is to surrender unto Him. There is so many people go through different kinds of phases of life in this material world, and they say, okay, because of this karma, I am experiencing these problems, because of that, because of this. And likewise, they go so many things and they contemplate with their tiny brain. They contemplate with the tiny brain and they come to conclusion, oh, because of this. So again, there are different perceptions. Again, what are the direct perceptions and also hypotheses, and also this is anumana. And then, but out of all those things, Shruti Pramana is the topmost. There, even sometimes the direct, whenever we see something with our eyes, but those we know that something is happening in front of our eyes, but we cannot understand with the right knowledge if we do not take to the Shruti Pramana. So this is Navayam Kleshi Bhijani Yata Suhu Purusha Shabha Purusham Tam Vijanimo Vakya Veda Vimohitaha Kechit Vikalpasana Ahuratmana Matmanaha Daivam Apre Karma Swabhavam Apre Prabhum. So here, Dharma speaks to Parikshit Maharaj, saying that, oh, Parikshit, so here, though I am experiencing problems here by my providence, of course, there is a Kali Purusha is directly hurting Dharma and also the cow, Mother Earth, both are being suffered by the Kali Purusha. But still, they do not give evidence that this Kali Purusha is punishing or hurting us and harming us. They say, some people say that this one, some people say that one. केचित् विकल्पवशना आहुरात्मनमात्मनः दैवम् अपरे कर्म शुभम् अपरे प्रभु. Some people think that it may be my karma. Some people say that it is by the providence. So likewise, different people give different reasons. But Parikshit, you are the king. You assess this one rightly, and then you take the right action. So here, even Dharma is saying that Dharma is not saying it is right or not right. But because the authorities, so this is what needs to happen. So for example, in the home, the father will take the decision, everyone support. And spiritual must take decision, disciples cooperate. So it's like a monarchical system. All the decisions come from the top. And later, Parikshit Maharaj understands that it is Dharma only, it is none other than Dharma. So that is the way. And again, here, for all instructions come from the Veda Pramana. Veda Pramana, water we have, by following the injunctions of Vedas, then one would save entire of his time. Most of the scientists and everything else unnecessarily spending and making people put it into different anxieties. But for them, here it is mentioned, of course, even though at the end of all of the research, they will come to know that the divine is the only reason. Why they don't accept in the beginning and save all of the time. So, for example, in the Vedas, it says stool is stool is contaminated, whereas the cow dung is the very pure. They will identify by so much of speculations. If they have accepted it in the beginning, there is no need to spend unnecessarily all the time on it. They would have free from the anxieties. So here it is inconceivable, and the Lord has given all of that knowledge in the Vedas, Veda Pramanas. It is unlimited knowledge. Every aspect is mentioned. Only it is ourselves needs to take the advantage of it. If we do not take advantage of it, as a humans, we are unnecessarily spending time in the materialistic activities or trying to desire something where there is no happiness, putting ourselves into more miseries. So best thing for them is to surrender unto him, knowing him to be inconceivable. For thus they can receive his causeless mercy. They can receive his causeless mercy. So this prayer was offered by the inhabitants of the higher planetary systems. So here causeless mercy, generally there is one should be the personal endeavor, another one should be the Lord's mercy. Both should be there for the spiritual realization. Without causeless mercy, it is not possible to understand the Lord. And that mercy will be invoked whenever a devotee, by his Gurunatasa Swacheshitam, by personal endeavor, he is trying to progress in the spiritual path, he would receive that mercy. Okay, and then here the prayers are offered by the people of the higher planet systems. Okay, they are more intelligent than the human beings. They are more intelligent and powerful than human beings. And then further here, Prabhupada mentions Vispum Samastam is very significant here. Prabhupada including material world and the spiritual world as well. So here we can see for example, material world, we don't have to speak much about it. Everyone are bewildered. But even the spiritual world, coming to spiritual world, for example, the pastimes of four Kumaras entering into the Vaikuntha planet. So there also Jaya and Vijaya, they have stopped them, and then they have cursed the Jaya and Vijaya, and then such kind of activities are happening there. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord says, um, this activity was previously foretold. The curse of the Jaya and Vijaya, and they will be going down into the material world. It is already foretold by Lakshmi Devi. एतत् पुरैव निर्दिष्टं रमया क्रुद्धया यदा पुरापवादितद्वारि विशन्ति मयुपारते. So because they have also stopped Lakshmi Devi in the Vaikuntha, not entering Lakshmi Devi into whenever Lord was sleeping in the inner chambers. At that time, Jaya and Vijaya stopped Goddess of Fortune. And Goddess of Fortune was very angry with them, Jaya and Vijaya. but she did not curse them, but she has foretold that. So these people are, Jaya and Vijay are going to fall down in soon. But for that to be manifested, Lord has to arrange four Kumaras to come to the Vaikuntha and curse them. Of course, it is again, Lord says that everything it is happening, or matam to me, it is my desire as well. It is my desire as well. So again, no one can understand. Whenever Jaya and Vijaya, after they curse, and Lord says them that now you go to earth according to the curse of the Brahmanas. So he gave those instructions. Dvastuvadishya Bhagavan Vimana Shreni Bhushanam Sarvatisaya Lakshmya Justam Swam Dishnyamavishat. And then he spoke those words and then he enters into the palace. So during that time, this Jaya and Vijaya, they're a bit morose. So, Tautu Girvan Rishubhau, Dustarad Harilokataha, Hatashriyo Brahmashapat, Adbhutam Vigatasmayo. Adbhutam Vigatasmayo. So they become bewildered and they lost all the luster, though they're in the spiritual world. So they have lost their luster and luster diminished by the curse of the Brahmanas. And they fell from the Vaikuntha and then to the material world. So during that time, everyone they made the noise in the spiritual world. Tada Vikunta Deshana Tayoho Nipatamana Yoho. Whenever this Jaya and Vijay are falling Nipatamana Yoho, then Ha Ha Karo Mahanasid. Everyone are making the Ha Ha. Oh my God. The people of Vaikuntha are going into the spiritual world. And here, those people who are going in the airplanes, the Vimana Greshu Putrakaha, and the spiritual world, they have got many airplanes, but everyone are engaged in the devotional service, glorifying the Lord in the service of the Lord. But they're all bit bewildered, even those by activities. So here, people in the spiritual world, both worlds are bewildered by your different energies. Those who are in the spiritual world are absorbed in your loving service, forgetting themselves and you also. But it is absorption in the loving devotional service. And those in the material world are absorbed in the material sense gratification and therefore also forget you. So both people are forgetting them here. In the spiritual world, forgetting themselves. And here in the material world, they're forgetting the Lord. That is the difference. And that's why this Jaya and Vijay, for the moments, Lord say, Kadati Kurtimam Yidvo Bhuvakratam Atikramam. Yetau Pashudau Mahim Jayo Vijay Evacha. Kadati Kurtimam Yidvo Bhuvakratam Atikramam. O Brahmanas, O Kumaras. So here, Jaya and Vijaya, for the time being, they have forgotten me. Kadati Kurtimam Yidvo Bhuvakratam Atikramam. Because they forgotten me and they atikramam, they made the mistake to stop you at the gates of the Vaikuntha Loka, the seventh gate. So here, that is what the main cause. So when we forget the Lord, we fall down into material world. When we forget ourselves and engaging in the devotional service, we are in the spiritual world. That's the difference. So no one can know you because you are unlimited. It is best not to try to know you by unnecessary mental speculation. So rather kindly bless us so that we can worship you with causeless devotional service. So this is what one has to say. Otherwise, one has to struggle. Prakriti sthani karshati in this material world. He will struggle for existence. But only the path is open is devotional service to Krishna. Some people may say that if I worship this God, we will be very happy. But that is not possible because entire universe running under the direction of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So Nanyatra Mad Bhagavataha Pradhana Purushe Na Anyatra Mad Bhagavataha Pradhana Purusheshwarad. So this is again mentioned in so many places. Nanyatamaha Padma Palashalochanat Dukkachidam te mrugayami kanchana. Dukkachidam te mrugayami kanchana. There is no one who can relieve the pains or relieve the miseries of this material world. Nanyatamaha Padma Palashalochanat Dukkachidam te mrugayami kanchana. Yo mrugyate hasta Gruhita Yo mrugyate hasta Gruhita Padmaya. Shriya Yitaranga Vimrugyamanaya. The goddess of fortune, she is holding the lotus flower in her hand and always trying to render service unto the Lord. But many people, they wanted the favor of the goddess of fortune. But that goddess of fortune is always at the service of the Lord. And who can relieve that God, the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Yo mrugyate hasta gruhita mrugya. So this is it is it is so beautifully described. This is again Suniti's glorification of the Lord, instructing to Dhruva Maharaj. So, O Dhruva, you just surrender unto that Lord. Everyone offering, saying that Tame yuyam bhajitatma vrittibihi mano vachaha kai gunaihi swakarma bihi. By all your activities, by mind, words, and activities, you Tame yuyam bhajitatma vrittibihi. So likewise, even Prithvi Maharaj instructs all of his citizens, only the Lord is Krishna. Okay, so it is very difficult to understand Krishna. So we seek the mercy from the Lord. So here, bless us so that we can worship you with causeless devotional service. When we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare is the energy of the Lord. Please engage me in the devotional service unto Krishna, lotus feet of Krishna, or Radharani. So this is a prayer. The chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra is, Oh my dear Lord, please engage me. Oh Goddess of uh, the internal potency of the Krishna, so Radharani. So please engage ourselves in the devotional service of the Lord. Okay, this is the prayer. So please bless us. Okay, so with causeless devotional service. Okay, that is from Purport. Prabhupada is very beautifully explaining here. And great sages and Brahma, everyone are praying for that. Vishwam samastam bhagan videhisham. Savai bata brashtamatihi tavaishate yah karmanam param apara karmanaha yad yoga maya guna yoga mohitam Vishwam samastam bhagavan videhisham. Can I request all devotees to recite line by line, please, for to follow? Savai bata brashtamatihi tavaishate
Savai bata brashtamati
Tavaibhata bhishtamatistavishyate
yah karmanam param apara karmanaha
Yeh karmanam
ye
aparam karmana
karmanah apara karmanah
Yed yoga maya guna yoga mohitam
yad maya
yad
yo
yoga
yad
maya
yoga
guna
maya guna
yoga
yoga
mohitam
mohitam
Vishwam samastam bhagavan videhisham.
Vishwam
vishwam
samastam
samasta
bhagavan
bhagavan
videhi
Bhagavan
videhisham
Vidisham
Again. Savai bata brashtamatihi tavaishate.
Savai
Sarva bata
Tavaibhata
brastahi matat
Brahmati
matat savai
bhishtamatistavishyate
brahmavide
Yeh karmanam param apara karmanaham.
ye karmanam param
karmanam
apara
param apara
karmanah
karmana
Yed yoga maya guna yoga mohitam.
yad yoga
yad
Yoga
yoga maya guna yoga mohitam
Yogamaham
Vishwam samastam bhagavan videhisham.
Vishwam
Vishwam
samastam
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 bhagavan
videhi
videhisham
sam
Vidisham
Once more. स वै भटभ्रष्टमतिः तवैषते
तवैव तद्भ्रष्टमतिः तवैषते तवैषते
यः कर्मणां पारम् अपारकर्मणः
यः
यः कर्मणां
परम्
पारम्
अपारकर्मणः
अपारकर्मणां
यद्योगमायागुणयोगमोहितम्
यद्योगमाया
माया
गुणयोगमोहितं
गुणायोगमतिहम्
विश्वं समस्तं भगवन्विदेहिशम्
विश्वं समस्तं भगवान्
समस्तं
विदेहिसम्
भगवान् विधितं
Very beautiful. Can you request Devati Sakritam to say? Usha Mataji, would you like to start, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Thank you. Savai bata prashtamati. Sorry, Savai bata prashtamiti. Savai sati. Yaha karmanam parampara karmanah. Yadyogamaya gunayogamohitam. Visvam samastam bhagavan videhisam. Hare Krishna.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Gaurangi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Savai bata brahmatishtavai sati yaha karmanam parampara karmanaha yadyogamaya gunayoga mohitam visam samastam bhagavan vidhisam. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Very nice. So beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Meena Mataji, please.
सर्यकर्मणं पारमपारकर्मण यगो यतोगयामाया गुणो मोहितं विश्वं समस्तं भगवन् विदेहि सम्.
Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Asha Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Savai yak karmanam param abharakarmanah yat yogamaya gunayogamogidam vishvam samastam bhagavan videhi sam.
Very beautiful. Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Jai Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. Savai bata brashta matita vaishate yakarmanam parama apara karmanaha yadyogamaya gunayogamohitam vishwam samastam bhagavan vidhesham. Sorry, Prabhuji, I will have to repeat it again. Thank you.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Lalita Mataji, please.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी. सवैव भता भ्रष्टा मतिः तवैसते यः कर्माणं परम् अपारकर्मणः यद्योगमाया गुणयोगमोहितं विश्वं समस्तं भगवान् विदेहि सम्. हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी. हरे प्रभु जी. For the mistakes.
Very nice, Mataji. Sanchita Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. सवैवत भ्रष्टमतिस्तवैषते यः कर्मणां पारम् अपार कर्मणः यद्योगमाया गुणयोगमोहितं विश्वं समस्तं भगवान् विदेहि सम्. हरे कृष्ण.
Thank you, Mataji. Very nice. Sita Sundari Mataji, please.
हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी धन्यवाद प्रणाम सबै बता भ्रष्टा मतिः तबै सते जयः कर्माणां परम् अपारा कर्मणः यत् योगमाया गुणयोगमोहितम् विश्वं समस्तं भगवान विदेहि सम हरे कृष्ण प्रभु जी
Prabhuji is available, Mataji.
हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna. Savoivata Brashta Matiyas Tavaishate Jo Karmana Parama Apara Karmana Joda Joga Maya Guna Joga Mohitam Vishavam Sarvatam Bhagavan Bihi Sam. Hare Krishna.
Very beautiful. Very nice. Would you like to read the translation, Prabhuji?
Yes. O Lord, there is no limit to your wonderful anxiety, wonderful activities. Anyone who desires to know the limit of your activities is certainly sensical. Everyone in this world is conditioned by the powerful mystic potencies. Please bestow your causeless mercy upon these conditioned souls. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Okay, that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, Shri Moti Srila Prabhupada, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, Shri Moti Srila Prabhupada.
Prabhuji, may I please quickly ask one question, please?
Yes, Mataji.
In that purport, it says something about when you are you can forget yourselves even in spiritual world, you can forget the Lord rather. So is it because that they are too much into devotional service that you can also forget the Lord?
Yes, for example, they forget Krishna as Supreme Personality. They were engaging that Krishna is my friend, Krishna is my son, like in the Vrindavan. Even Arjuna, so even though but for a moment he is always thinking that Krishna is my friend. And they know that, but they are engaging in Darshana, Sparsha, Samlapa, Sayanasana, Bhojanaihi, always associating with him, forgetting in a close loving relationship. Yesham Aham Atma, Priya Guru Saka Guru, Suhrada Daiva Mishtam, in different relationships they engaging. So they forget themselves. So they are engaging in loving devotional relationships.
Yes, thank you, Prabhuji. I understand. Thank you.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Sometimes it is due to really love, and they forget their own way, own as a Supreme Lord. Because, even when Lord Krishna was Govardhan hill, at that moment other other friend, Sudama, they also joking, give me. Even Jashodamaya, stick. Jashodamaya and stick. We have to remember it. That she never think about the Supreme Lord. So, and also the even Gopalo, whatever, Sudama, Sridham, all they never think about Krishna is Supreme Lord. They have no concept about he is the Supreme Lord. Or Lolita, Vishaka, they always teasing Lord Krishna, that you are naughty boy, you are very bad boy, you are like this different way, and the very bad way to comment him. So if it is Supreme Lord, they cannot do that. If they think about if he is Supreme Lord, they cannot do that. So that's why they have another way of relationship, friendship, other way, but they never think about he is the Supreme Lord. This is another kind of loving relationship. Hare Krishna. Even similar, just as a little example, in the material world, whenever as a prime minister or anyone, king even, at the family life, they never think about as a home, if his granddaughter or grandchild, they never think also. So it is a similar way as the Supreme Lord also. But it is more than that. It is not like that. It is more than that. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. It's the relationship. It will make us to forget.
And apart the sweet pastimes, even in the temple, what we find every day, how they are serving, they don't think about he is Lord or their lordship. So otherwise, every day, how from the morning to until night, every day, 24/7 is going on. So this is another kind of relationship. So very spiritual relationship or a loving relationship. Otherwise, it cannot be done. Otherwise, it would be professional. Some devotees, some people are going to 1 day, 2 days just to visit the temple, but it's not like that. Whether people go or not, every day they are doing service. Only they have devotional service and they have loving relationship. Otherwise, it's not possible. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. It's so beautiful. Yeah, was okay. This Arjuna statements in the Bhagavad Gita. Saketi matva prasavam yaduktam he Krishna he Yadava he Saketi ajanata mahimanam tavedam maya pramadat pranayena vapi pranayena with so much of affection. Oh my dear Lord, so just like with so much of relationship, Saketi matva prasavam yaduktam he Krishna Hey Yadava, hey Saketi. I used to call you like that, forgetting all that you are the supreme personality of Godhead. Ajanata Mahimanam Tavedam. Ajanata, without knowing your glories. Ajanata Mahimanam Tavedam. Maya Pramadat Pranayena Vapi. Pranayena, this is love and affection. Yachapahasadamasatkutosi Viharasayasana Bodhaneshu. Again, Arjuna is mentioning when and where he has made those things. Yachapahara hasadha satkrutosi. Asatkrutos. So there he mentioned sometimes I was joking you, oh Krishna, you are always you know very uh, you chivalrous, something like that. You make all naughty things. Vihara sayyasana bhojaneshu while going ourselves. And while eating ourselves or sleeping together. Viharasayasana bhojaneshu eko atava api achyuta tat samaksham tat kshamaye tvam aham aprameyam. Either I'm just, when we are lonely, at the time I might have joked you, or among the friends, I might have joked. But please, just like forgive me all those things. Yeah, just like giving पितासि लोकस्य चराचरस्य त्वमस्य पूज्यस्य गुरुर्गरीयान् in very Piteyo Putrasya Sakev Sakyuhu Priyaha Priyayarhasi Deva Shodum Piteyo Putrasya Sakev Sakyuhu. Just like father forgives the child, a friend forgives another friend, a dear one, beloved one forgives other beloved. Priyaha Priyayarhasi Deva Shodum. In such a way, Arjuna is remembering everything, asking forgiveness. In another way, he was also mentioning to Yudhishthira, oh my dear brother, this is after when Lord Krishna has departed, so he went back to his abode. Arjuna is remembering, so my dear brother, Krishna used to, with loving smiles, he used to call me as a friend and speak very gently and nicely, make so much of our conversations. Narmani Vidar Ruchirasmita Shobitani Ruchirasmita Shobitani. He Pada, He Arjuna, Sake Kuru Nandaneti. And Krishna is to call He Pada, He Arjuna, Saka Kuru Nandaneti. Likewise, in different ways, he is addressing Arjuna like that. And Arjuna is remembering Sanjil Pitani Naradeva Kudis Prushani. Even though it is Sanjal Pita, very beautiful, loving conversations. Sanjil Pitani Naradeva Kudis Prushani. In such a way, Lord is always touching my heart. Kudis Prushani, Naradeva. He is in the form of human, disguising. Mohayan Maya Lokam Godas Chariti Vrishneshu, Bhishmadev says. Smatullatenti Hridayam Mama Madhavasya. Now, due to the separation, I am paining too much. Oh, my dear brother, likewise, Arjuna is remembering that loving affections. Sometimes they will forget. This is like forgetting themselves and you also.
Ragunaga Bhakti is there. This is called Ragunaga Bhakti.
That is.
Could you please repeat, Mataji? Sita Sundari Mataji?
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Actually, Arjuna, when he mentioned Param Brahma, Param Dham, Pavitram, Paramam Bhava, or Tamadi Deva, Purusha Purana, that is everything. When he mentioned, after knowing all these things, and he regret, oh, you, you are my friend, I jokingly do something, many things, but you are Supreme Lord, I never think about it. So he realized, actually, Jogamaya playing this issue. Otherwise, there is no friendship, there is no Vatsalya Prem, no, not such kind of relationship. Mother is a Prem, no. So that's why Jogamaya is playing. But and other way Maya, due to Maya, normally we are conditioned souls, we forget him. We forget him. He is not Supreme Lord, or I am doing other way. I am forgetting. He is my controller. He is my, I have to follow him. He is my master. He is my Lord. I forget him because of my Maya, because of my Maya, or is that? This is my condition way, material condition souls. Hare Krishna. Yes.
Very beautiful. Thank you, Prabhuji. This is Yoga Maya Guna Yoga Mohitam. Yoga Maya Guna Yoga Mohitam. Any other comments? We shall move to Srila Prabhupada daily leader.
15th chapter, Prabhuji, recite.
Sorry, Mataji.
15th chapter reciting.
15th chapter.
reciting every day Bhagavad Gita. Recitation for 15
Oh,
chapters.
yes.
Purushottam.
Gita recitation, Prabhuji.
Yes. Sorry, Mataji. Yes, correct. Apologies. Sanjita Mataji. Yes, apologies. Just forgetting.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Shri Paramatmane Namaha. अथो पंचदश अध्यायः पुरुषोत्तमयोगः श्रीभगवानुवाच ऊर्ध्वमूलम् अधःशाखाम् अश्वत्थं प्राहुरव्ययम् छन्दांसि यस्य पर्णानि यस्तं वेद स वेदवेत् अधश्चोर्ध्वं पृस्सातस्तस्य शाखा गुणप्रवृद्धा विषयप्रवालः अधश्च मूलानि अनुसन्ततानि कर्माणि बन्धनि मनुष्यलोके न रूपम् असेय तथोपलभ्यते नान्तो न चार्धिं च सम्प्रतिष्ठा अश्वत्थमेन सुदृढमूलम् असङ्गशस्त्रेण दृढेन चित्वा ततः पदं तत्परमार्गितव्यं यस्मिन् गता न निवर्तन्ति भूयः तम् एव चाद्यं पुरुषं प्रपद्ये यत् प्रवृत्तिः प्रसिता पुराणे निर्माणमोहजितसङ्गदोषा अध्यात्मनित्या विनिवृत्तकामः द्वन्द्वैर्विमुक्ताः सुखदुःखसमये गच्छन्ति अमूढः पदम् अव्ययं तत् न तद्भाष्यते सूर्यो न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद्गत्वा न निवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम ममायवंश जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातनः मनःषष्ठानि इन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति शरीरं यद् अवाप्नोति यच्चापि उत्क्रमा इति ईश्वर गृहीत्वैतानि संयाति वायुर्गन्धन् इवाश्रयात् श्रोतं चक्षुषः स्पर्शनं च रसनं घ्राणम् एव च अधिष्ठाय मनश्चायं विषयान् उपसेवते उत्क्रामन्तं स्थितं वापि भुञ्जनं वा गुणान्वितं पश्यन्ति ज्ञानचक्षुषः यतन्तो योगिनश्चैनं पश्यन्ति आत्मनि अवस्थितं यतन्तोऽपि अकृतात्मानो नैनं पश्यति अचेतसः यदादित्यगतं तेजो जगद्भासतेऽखिलम् यच्चन्द्रांसि यच्चाग्नौ तत्तेजो विद्धि मामकम् गामाविश्य च भूतानि धारयामि अहम् ओजसा पुष्णामि चौषधा हि सर्वः सोम भूत्वा रसात्मकः अहं वैष्णवानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनं देहम् आश्रितः प्राणापानसमायुक्तः पचामि अन्नं चतुर्विधम् सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो मत्तः स्मृतिर्ज्ञानम् अपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वे अहम् एव वेद्यो वेदान्तकृद् वेदविद् एव चाहम् द्वौ पुरुषौ लोके क्षराक्षर एव च क्षर सर्वाणि भूतानि कूटस्थोऽक्षर उच्यते उत्तमपुरुषस्त्वन्यः परमात्मेति उदाहृतः यो लोकोत्रयम् आविश्य बिभर्ति अव्यय ईश्वरः यस्माक्षरम् अतीतोऽहम् अक्षरादपि चोत्तमः अतोऽस्मि लोको वेदे च प्रथितः पुरुषोत्तमः यो माम् एवम् असम्मूढो जानाति पुरुषोत्तमं स सर्वविद् भजति मां सर्वभावेन भारत इति गुह्यं तमं शास्त्रम् इदम् उक्तं मया नघ एतद् बुद्ध्वा बुद्धिमान् स्यात् कृतकृत्यश्च भारत ॐ तत्सत् इति श्रीमद्भगवद्गीतासु उपनिषत्सु ब्रह्मविद्यायां योगशास्त्रे श्रीकृष्णार्जुनसंवादे पुरुषोत्तमयोगो नाम पञ्चदशोऽध्यायः हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे ओम कृष्ण अर्पण मस्तु।
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So beautifully recited. Thank you so much. So that is from recitation. Yeah, sometimes we forgetting themselves. Okay, so Srila Prabhupada said daily letter. So today letter to Bhavananda, May 16th, 1971, Calcutta. So can I request Sita Sundari Mataji to read this letter, please?
Yes, Hare Krishna Prabhuji. My dear Bhavananda, please accept my blessings. I am in due receipt of your letter dated 5th April 1971 and just received by me yesterday. I am so glad to hear how rapidly our New York Center is expanding and how enthusiastic the devotees have become. That is the first class qualification for making advancement in Krishna consciousness. Yes, Mr. Fara, Paramraj Akhtar will certainly be a great asset to our society, and I am glad to accept him as my initiated disciple. His spiritual name is Atreya Rishi. Of the 7 great rishis, one of them is Atreya Rishi. And Concetta Bologna has also been accepted. Her name is Bhadra Devi Dashi. Bhadra means gentle and is another name for Durga, like Subhadra. I have received their money orders for beads, and they will be arriving by separate post. It is so much encouraging to hear how eagerly the high school boys and girls are taking to your preaching. So continue these programs. All glories to Lord Krishna. And the devotees there are also so much eager. Very good. I shall be returning very soon. And thank you very much for your good feelings. Krishna will surely bless you. Yes, Sharupa Prabhu has my permission to get himself married to Suji O'Neill. Please offer my blessings to all the boys and girls in the New York Center, hoping this will meet you in good health. Your ever well wisher S.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai.
Wow.
Yes, the Calcutta function is going very superbly. Okay. Hare Krishna. Yeah, certainly this is a very pleasant letter. Prabhupada always has to be very anxious about book distribution, book printings, but here it's very good news that Prabhupada was very glad to hear about the expanding expansion of in the New York Center, and he's very to find the enthusiastic devotees, and that Prabhupada mentioned that this is the quality of first class, like Uttama Adhikari devotees. That is why they get very fast absorbed in Krishna consciousness. And he mentioned about one couple, they got initiation. So his name was he is named Atriya Rishi. Prabhupada mentioned that, explained that it's also this is also one part of etiquette or rules like that who on which name one is given named. So that background is needed to be explained. So Prabhupada explained that Atreya Rishi is one of the rishis from 7 rishis, and his wife, he was named as Bhadra Devi. So Bhadra is another name of Subhadra, Durga Devi, and Subhadra, like Subhadra is Durga Devi is also expansions of uh, Subhadra, yeah, or Radharani as well. So, and Prabhupada also very happy to know that, because he is preaching, Bhavananda Prabhu is preaching at the school. So the boys and girls, the students, they are very enthusiastic about Krishna consciousness. So he is overall very happy to hear all the news from Bhavananda Prabhu. And mentioned, and for another devotees, he is sending the japa bead, because they are going to be initiated soon. So this, Prabhuji, this is what I understood from this letter. Hare Krishna.
Correct. Thank you, Mataji. So beautifully summarized it. So any other comments, Devi? Thank you, Mataji. You want to take anything, Mataji?
No, another devotee will get married with another. So Prabhupada gave permission to get himself married to Suji Noel. So Prabhupada gave all our cultural, ritualistic system as well as Krishna consciousness.
Thank you. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. I don't know whether you would like to hear my knowledge on this. I mean, some people might not like it. It's completely different and very nasty truth that started from this. Of course, those who do not know, they might find this letter very straightforward as any other letter, but it's completely an eyewash to Prabhupada what was going on. But I mean, I don't know whether I should share that, you would like to hear, or just we should leave it. Don't know.
Or you can share all auspicious things, Mataji, or good and beloved. Please, Mataji, we will hear it. We are eager to hear.
I couldn't hear you, Prabhu. Like your voice is cracking.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we would like to hear all auspicious angles of this letter and anything which we can take it.
It's not auspicious, or maybe auspicious as Mataji explained, but it's actually quite a different thing which was going on behind. So, yeah. But yeah, I mean, I don't know whether devotees want to hear that or just we can leave it. So I don't know.
We can leave it aside, Mataji.
Okay. Sorry.
Yes, any other comments, dear devotees?
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. This is the pure devotee, Uttamadhikari. Uttamadhikari. This is the quality of the devotee. They like to appreciate their activities, what they did. This is the management also. This is a good management. It was in the New York how devotees they organize, they did their dedication, everything. So this is the leader. Who is the leader? They like to give. They want to desire. He want to desire to his or her working under him or under her. So this is the good leadership actually, and that's why he was very happy. When he is happy, any achievement, leader become happy, because this is the, and leader is doing also, he knows the purposes to satisfy Supreme Lord. So this is the actually Prabhupada always become happy, and he also give credit to his who worked for his mission. So this is the good nature of pure devotee, and second thing is a good management also. This is the quality, and this is the thing. And other thing actually, this is the Bhavananda, this Prabhu. He was very good. He also introduced at the first time to His Holiness Param Guru Maharaj. His Holiness Bhakti Charu Maharaj, at the beginning, he introduced him. So, and Bhavananda Prabhu, he was a preacher in the Southeast Asia, actually. So how is going on, everything is very nicely, and his contribution also big contribution, and he always give connection. He give instruction to his follower how to become as a leader, how to manage other people, and as well as uh, to connection everyone to in this mission. And even as a little kid, they also working. Actually, who are the little kid? They are working, school boy. Actually, they are participating for this mission and to know this thing. And actually, Prabhupada instructed other devotees. If the devotee family from the 6, 7, or even 8, 9 years, from they have to learn Bhagavad Gita properly, and afterward, around after 10, they have to learn about Srimad Bhagavatam. And this at the before sleeping, also mother want to tell some story instead of telling fairy tale, but he also mentioned to speak about Krishna Katha, Krishna's Gunagan, Krishna's story, many stories. Hare Krishna.
Great. Thank you, Prabhuji. There, sometimes in this world, we may be in Krishna consciousness or out of any activity. It contains some kind of mistakes. It may be due to the past or present or whatever it is. So Krishna says, Sahajam karma kaunteya sadosham api natyajet sarvarambha hi doshena dhumena agnir ivavrutaha. If the activity somewhere that it is covered by some kind of doshas or faults, but one should not leave it aside. And one has to pick only the good, see the results of it, outside the results of it. Of course, again, Krishna number of times he mentions a person situated in Krishna consciousness gradually purified. But so many things, the past sinful activities, they keep on coming. And yesterday we were seeing, even though, for example, when the electricity is on, the fan is spinning, and when the electricity is switched off, and fan stop, it will stop, but still the motion is still there. Even though switched off, there is no electricity. Due to the, in a similar way, living entities, though in the Krishna consciousness, his activities are going on, maybe with a little bit of fault because of the past. But actually, those sinful activities are switched off, but in gradually, even it is not yet switched off, but it will be switched off sooner. We see only the auspicious and the good angle of those things that Krishna mentions. One should not leave his activities. And we need to see that one, any people engaging in the Krishna consciousness, apike suduracharo, bhajate mam ananya bhav, sadhureva samantavyah, samyak vyavhito hi one should see that such kind of people engaging in devotional service as devotees. These are some things, and one more point on this letter. Bhadra guy, Krishna's form is always auspicious. Again, naming Subhadra, one of the again expansion of Durga Devi. It is all auspicious. Just to mention, okay, any other comments, dear devotee? Okay, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. And from the announcements point of view, so today is Saturday evening at 7 p.m. we have got our regular Sangha. So today Bhagavad Gita is presented by Bridget Mataji. So today we are here waiting to hear from Mataji's presentation, how Mataji is going to speak. Okay, that's all our upcoming events. And tomorrow, again, Jagannath Ratha Yatra. So hope we'll meet all the devotees tomorrow. Okay, that's all. I do not know whether at what time we are going to start at home. In case if I do not turn up in the Japa session, but this is the announcement. Okay, and the devotees, if you have got any updates, kindly share. Otherwise, we shall move to next part. Shri Brahma Samhita.
Hare Krishna. So normally the Ratha Yatra will be started at 12 o'clock, and whatever our Sangha, we can meet from the 12 o'clock, and even if no chance on the way on the way of going to Trafalgar Square, but we all together will meet together, and our in our virtual as a leader, we know Amaya Prabhu, but less chance to meet with him. But this time in the Ratha Yatra, he gave darshan meaning this time in Ratha Yatra time. So there is a great opportunity. Please, devotee, don't miss that opportunity. We can talk with him directly. Whatever. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Jai Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Ratha Yatra ki.
Yeah.
Jai.
Jai devotees of Jagannath ki.
Jai.
Also,
Jai
Prabhu
Amaga Prabhu
Vrindavan
ki.
Jai.
also wanted to share on the Baladev's Rath. Vrindavan Prabhu will be there as always. He has been doing this service for the last 23 years, and this is his 24th year. So he'll be leading the cart of the Lord Baladev. So,
Wow, nice.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hari Bol. Hari Bol.
so when you see him, maybe he might not know, because we always don't put on our camera, so he might not know all of you by face. So when you see him near the cart, especially when it's moving, I don't know because there's so many devotees, but when it reaches Trafalgar Square and the chariots are standing, maybe you can say Amina Mataji or Amusha Mataji from Akshbishanga, then he might know. So yeah, like that. So, introduce yourself. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, would he be actually on the top of the rath or at the bottom?
Yes.
Yes, Mataji.
That's
So
right.
he when the procession goes on, the deities are being served. That also it's bhoga, like chamar, the fanning service, and so lots of things go in that 2 hours also. Deities are like served to enjoy the procession. So yeah, so he does. There'll be on each rath. I think there are 5 or 6 pujaris. So he will be, this year he has been given the opportunity to lead the Baladev Rath. On the top, yeah, no.
Top.
Yeah. Hare Krishna.
I never met him. So yeah, it's good opportunity.
Oh, yeah, he's there every year, but yeah, I mean, I think I mentioned last year also, but yeah, physically, it'll be a great chance. He's a great Vaishnav doing so much seva. So it's good to at least see him, darshan, and just speak. I mean, it's busy. He's hardly able to speak, but yeah, having darshan also is good.
Okay. Thank you for this.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Yes, so shall move now to Brahma Samhita. Okay, so Ishvaraha Paramaha Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Anadiradir Govinda Sarvakarana Karana. Shri Brahma Samhita. So Brahma's compilation of glorification of the Lord and all that. The full Shri Brahma Samhita, it contains the universe emanation, description of the Goloka Vrindavan, everything. So within that one, we have come to the 37th shloka, where we have been discussing the purport, still in the middle. Okay, so this is Ananda Chenmaya Rasa Pratibhavitabihi Tabhija Eva Nijurupataya Kalabihi Goloka Eva Nivasati Akilatma Bhuto Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Lord is enjoying with all the gopis there in the Gola Purindavana. All gopis engaging with 64 artistic activities to please Krishna. And Krishna in his original form, Nijarupataya. Nijarupa, Krishna's original form. And though Krishna is enjoying, and he is at the same time in the heart of all the living entities. Goloka Eva Nivasati Akilatma Bhuto Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Any devotees by heart at this shloka? Anyone wanted to try? Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji, may I try? I won't look at
Yes,
the moment,
Mataji.
but I may not be very fast with this. Sorry.
Yes, Mataji, please. Yes, last version you did now also, please.
Oh, yeah, but I've not improved since then. But Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavitabihi Tabheya Eva Nijarupataya Kalabhihi Goloka Eva Nivasati Akhilatma Bhuto Govindamadi Purusham Tamham Bhajami. Yeah, thank you.
Very nice. So beautiful. Thank you, Mataji. Garangi Mataji.
Sorry, Prabhuji, I cannot recite without looking.
Yeah, look and do, Mataji.
Okay, Prabhuji. Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavitavis Tavidyaiva Nijarupayataya Kalabihi Golokaiva Nivasatyakilatmabhuta Govindamadipursam Tamaham Bhajami. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Usha Mataji.
I try Prabhu without looking, but if I have to see it, then I see Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, Prabhu. Ananda Chinmaya, Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratikavitabihi Tapirya. Okay. Yes, Prabhu. Tapirya eva nijarupata rupa Tapirya eva nijarupataya kanabihi. Okay. Sorry, Prabhu. Goloka eva nivasati akhil Atmabhūto Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Sorry, Prabhu, I couldn't remember all of them. Thank you, Prabhu.
Last time, Mataji looking.
I will try Prabhu next time without looking for all of them. Thank you, Prabhu.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. Meena Mataji, please.
I have not done. I have to look.
You look, Mataji. Yeah, that's fine.
आनंद चिन्मय रस प्रतिभाविताभि तापीरये इव निजारूपतया कलाभिः गोलोक एव निवसति अखिलात्मभूता गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि.
Very good. Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. After Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. I'm going to look and recite.
Yes, Mataji.
आनन्द चिन्मय रस प्रदीपाविताभेस् ताभिर्य एव निजरूपदया कलाभिः गोलोक एव निवशत्य अखिलात्मभूतो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि.
Very good. Very nice. Thank you, Mataji. Thanks, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. आनंद चिन्मय रस प्रतिभाभिताभिः ताभेय एव निज रूप कलाभिः गोलोक एव निवसति अखिलात्मभूतो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं त्वमहं भजामि. Was it right, Prabhu? Right.
You want to play it again, Mataji?
Okay. आनंद चिन्मय रस प्रतिभाभिताभिः ताभिर्य एव निज रूपतय तया कलाभिः गोलोक एव निवसति अखिलात्मभूतो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं त्वमहं भजामि.
Very good. Very nice, Mataji. Quite hearted. Thank you so much. Sita Sundari Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. I will try. आनंद चिन्मय रस पृथिवीभिताभि स्थावीर्या एव निज रूपात कलाभि गोलोक एव निवासत्य अखिलात्मभूतो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. The fourth line is easiest.
So, please
Yes.
have to remember this one. Go ahead.
Yeah, you please.
Hare Krishna, Jai Brahma. आनंद चिन्मय रसा प्रतिभाविताभि स्थाभिर्ज एव निज रूपतया कलाभि गोलोक एव निवसत् अखिलात्मभूत all together Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Can I try? Because I did little mistake here.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Ananda Chinmaya Rasa Pratibhavitabhi Stabhir Nijarupat Taya Kalabhi गोलोक एव निवसत् अखिलात्मभूत गोविन्दमादि पुरुषं तमहं भजामि हरे कृष्ण
Thank you, Prabhuji. No one else wanted to.
Prabhuji, shall I try, Prabhuji?
Like Mataji? Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, go ahead, Mataji.
Shall I try? Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. आनन्दचिन्मयरसा प्रतिभाविताभिः ताहिर्येव निजरूपताय कलाभिः गोलोक एव निवासात्य अखिलात्मभूतो गोविन्दम् आदिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. Sorry, Prabhuji, for the mistake.
Very beautiful, Mataji. You did very nice. Would you like to read the translation, Mataji?
Sure, Prabhuji. I worship Govinda, the primeval Lord, residing in his own realm, Golaka with Radha, resembling his own spiritual figure, the embodiment of the ecstatic potency possessed of the 64 artistic activities in the company of her confidants, Sakis, embodiments of the extension of her bodily form, permitted and I lost. Okay. Vitalized by his ever blissful spiritual rasa. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Very beautiful citation, lady. Okay, we shall go to Srila Purport of Jiva Goswami and Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami. So I think we have covered many paragraphs here. In the last session. So Brahma Vilasa. I think this part we have covered in the last session, discussing Brahma Vilasa. And also Paramari, the shape is a certainly extracted essence of all the rasas. Okay, okay, this one was summarized by Samhita Mataji in the last session. Okay, so shall move to the next paragraph. Can I request this again one more big paragraph. Three big paragraphs are there. Okay, I think we cover one paragraph today. We'll just take a little sections of this paragraph and then we'll take all devotees to read. Okay, can you request one devotee read up to this here? Up to etc.
Can I have go first?
Yes, Mataji, please.
Okay. From okay, Prabhu. Again, such is the nature of the principle of the majesty that in the realm of Vaikuntha there is no rasa of parental affection towards the source of all avatars. But in Goloka, the state of all super excellent deliciousness, there is no more than the original sentimental, egoistic, or assumption of the same rasa. There Nand and Yashoda are visibly present, but there is no occurrence of birth. For what of the occurrence egoistic sentiment of parental affection of Nanda and Yashoda has no foundation in the actual existence of such entities as father and mother, but it is of the nature of sentimental assumption on that part of जयते जना निवासो देवकी जन्मवतः exercise.
Okay, Mataji. Okay, can you request next devotee to lead up to here? Yes, Mataji, please.
For the purpose of realization of the rasa, the assumed egoistic sentiment is, however, eternal. In the rasa of amorous love, if the corresponding egoistic sentiments of concubinage and paramourship be mere eternal assumption, there is nothing to blame in them, and it also does not go against the scriptures. When those transcendental entities of Goloka become manifest in Braja, then those two egoistic sentiments become somewhat more palatable to the mundane view in the phenomenal world, and there comes to be this much difference only.
Great. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, can you request the devotee to read up to here, to husbands?
Hare Krishna. Sorry, someone was before me.
Yeah, you can read Mataji.
No, you go, please.
Okay, Hare Krishna. In the rasa of parental affection, the sentiments of Narada and Yasoda that they are parents become manifested in the more tangible form in the pastime of birth extra, and in the ambrose rasa, the corresponding sentiment of concubine in the respective gopis become manifest in the form of their marriages with Abhimanyu and Abhimanyu, Govardhana extra. In reality, there is no such separate entity as husbandhood of the gopi either in Golaka or in Gokula. Hence, the Shastra declared that there is no sexual union of the gopis with their husbands. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, can next devotee, please, up to here.
Shall I read, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji. Please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. It is also for the same reason that the authorized teacher of the principle. I'm correct, right, Prabhuji? I started the.
Yes, correct.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. It is also for the same reason that the authorized teacher of the principle of rasa, Sri Rupa, writes that in the transcendental amorous rasa, the hero is of two different types, which the wedded husband and the paramour patis, co-patis, what is this? चेति प्रभदेव प्रभुजी प्रभदेव इह विस्तृतौ इति Sri Jiva. In this commentary, by his words, Patihi Pura Vanitam Divitayo Vraja Vanitanam.
This is
Acknowledge the eternal.
Mataji.
Acknowledge the eternal paramourship of Krishna in Golaka, and the husbandhood of Krishna in Vaikunta and Dwaraka, etc. Vaikunta and Dwaraka, etc. In the Lord of Goloka and the Lord of Gokula, the teacher of paramourship is found in its complete form. Shall I continue, Prabhuji, or someone you are passing?
Other Mataji will take.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Sorry.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you. Till the next, until the end of it. Any Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna, may I, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, so Krishna's deliberate overstepping of his own quality of self-delightedness is caused by the desire of union with another's wedded wife. The state of being another's wedded wife is nothing but the corresponding assumed sentiment on the part of the gopis. In reality, they have no husbands with independent and separate existence. Still, their very egoistic sentiment makes them have the nature of the wedded wives of others. So all the characteristics, namely that desire makes the paramour overstep the bounds of duty, etc., are eternally present in the seat of all deliciousness. In Vraja, that very thing reveals itself to an extent in a form more tangible to persons with mundane eyes. Hare Krishna, Srila Jiva Goswami and Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Swami ki jai. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Mataji. Thanks, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Would you like to summarize, Mataji, this one, as far as it explained us?
No, Prabhu. I'm just getting ready to take Pranshu for his class. Sorry. Hare Krishna.
Mataji, thank you. So as we have been previously discussing, so here Krishna's majesty in the realm of Vaikuntha. Yesterday Gayatri Mataji was asking a question. So in the Vaikuntha, there is rasa of parental affection towards the source of all avatara. So Narayana is the supreme personality of Godhead. Everyone on his Brutya. So Brutya. Tad Brutya Brutya Parijaraka Brutya Brutya. Brutyas iti mam smaran hokanara. That is, he's a servant. So that is one desire. So they practice here in this material world and go back to the Vaikuntha and they serve like a servant. But in the Goloka, the seat of all super excellent deliciousness, there is no more than the original sentimental egoistic assumption of the same rasa. So there it will go into 5 different Madhurya rasa. So one is Shanta rasa, Dasya rasa, Sakya rasa, Vashalya rasa, and the Madhurya rasa. Or it expands into different rasas. So giving examples here, Nanda and Yashoda are visibly present, but there is no occurrence of birth. There is no occurrence of birth in the Goloka, but they're always present. So for the want of the occurrence of birth, the assumed egoistic sentiment of parental affection of Nanda and Yashoda has no foundation in the actual existence of such entities as father and mother, but it is of the nature of sentimental assumption in their parts. जयति जननिवासो देवकी जन्मवादः जयति जननिवासो देवकी जन्मवादः. They're all the parents in the Goloka, they exist there. So egoistic sentiment, it is the nature of the sentimental assumption on their parts. That way, that will here in this material world, we see practically this is the mother, this is the father, this is the child, and this is my relative, likewise different. But actually, if we take out all the bodies, everyone are of the spiritual in nature. That one in the spiritual world, they still retain their individuality. But in connection to Krishna, there Natyevahum Jatanasum Natvam Nimi Janadipaha. So Krishna says to Arjuna that all our individual identities always exist. Sometimes I wanted to merge in the Supreme Brahman. But that is, so for the people in the jnani, they wanted to merge, but they think that that is the ultimate thing. But who are making mistakes and they may fall down from their position if they ignoring the Lord's position. So here, in the spiritual world, they assumed the assumption on their parts, what they are acting. But here in the material world, they will be like appearing for the mundane eyes. Okay, Yashoda Mata, Nanda Maharaj, Krishna is their child, and Krishna is going and performing those activities. Okay, it is the in the spiritual, it is a sentimental nature. For the purpose of the realization of the rasa, this is the for the purpose of the realization of the rasa, the assumed egoistic sentiment is, however, eternal. It is eternal. This is how we see with relationship with Krishna. That we practice here in the human body. So in the rasa of amorous love, if the correspond again, if without a practice, it is bit tricky to act like a parent, to act like a lover, to act like a friend. So it naturally should come by the service. If we are exchanging the love between two people as a friend, so this is exchanging love. Again, we serve, receive the service, and we give the service to the friends in a natural way. And similarly, the Vatshalya Rasa. We practice here, and whenever we got our original bodies back, once we relieve this from the material body and subtle body, then we go back to the spiritual world. That is, we continue that eternal relationship with the Lord in that mode. Okay, this is the assumed egoistic sentiment. You see, this is eternal. In the rasa of amorous love, if the corresponding egoistic sentiments of concubinage and paramourship be mere eternal assumptions, there is nothing to blame in them, and it also does not go against the scriptures. It also does not go against the scriptures. So Vedesha Sarvairaham Vedjo Vedanta Krud Veda Videvachaham. So Krishna is to be known, and by reading all the scriptures, he is the enjoyer. Okay, again, here in the Brahma Samhita itself, it is saying that Ananda Chinmay Rasa Pratibhavitabihi Tabhirayeva Nijurupa Kalabihi Golokaya Achalatmabut. He enjoys with all his gopis there in the Golokundavan. Viharet Paramanandi Govindu Atulanayakaha. So there is no one equal. He is the supreme Bhoktaram Vignitapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram Suhridam Sarvabhutanam Jnatva Mam Shanti Nruchati. That is supreme personality of Godhead. He enjoys it supremely in the spiritual world. So here, they assumed the egoistic, the amorous love. It is mentioned in the rasa of amorous love. If the corresponding egoistic sentiments of concubinage and paramourship be mere eternal assumptions, there is nothing to blame in them, and it is also does not go against the scriptures. And when those transcendental entities of Goloka becomes manifest in the Vraja, in the earth, then those two egoistic sentiments become somewhat more palpable to the mundane view in a phenomenal world, and there comes to be this much difference only. That is the only difference. In the mundane world, people with the materialistic minds, they think which is falling into illusion, mistakes, tend to cheat. These are the imperfectness. In that way, it cannot understand rightly. That is the only difference. But in the spiritual world, they assume the part of the paramourship and also the wife of different husband and the child of a different person, like that. But it is only to bring the happiness while engaging in devotional service to Krishna there, everything in dovetailing with Krishna. So in the rasa of parental affection, the sentiments of Nanda and Yashoda, that their parents sometimes manifest in the more tangible form in the pastimes of birth, etc. And in the amorous rasa, the corresponding sentiments of concubinage in the respective gopis become manifest in the forms of their marriages with Abhimanyu, Govardhana, etc. So here Abhimanyu is the who is assumed form of a husband of Radharani, but there is no other relationship. So they just only assumed the form of a husband. Okay, these are all assumptions, sentiments. But in the spiritual world, unless there is such kind of sentiment, that we cannot bring the rasa of the paramarship. So that what Krishna is desiring to give pleasure to Krishna. Radharani, she is always engaging, though she is like assumed wife of Abhimanyu that we have seen in the material world. Of course, not we may be in a different form. So in the reality, there is no such separate entity as husband of the gopis, either in Goloka or in the Gokula. Okay, so and hence the Shastras declare that there is no sexual union of the gopis with their husbands. Okay, and then it is also for the same reason that the authorized teacher of the principle of rasa, Sri Rupa Goswami, writes that in the transcendental amorous rasa, the hero is of two different types, with the wedded husband and the paramour patis. This is paramour. And this is the patisya upapatishyeti prabhavedhau iha visutau viti. So one is the what is that one is the patisya, one is husband, upapatisya, and this upapati is the like a paramour. Iti prabhavedhau iha vistau iti, and whatever is in the spiritual world that is now expanded into this material world. But for mundane eyes, it appears so, which is not according to the Vedic, but actually it is not different from the Vedic scriptures. But it is not against the Vedic injunctions. And his Jiva Goswami in his commentary by his words, Patihi Puravanitanam Vitiyo Vrajavanitanam. Patihi Puravanitanam Vitiyo Vrajavanitanam. And acknowledge the eternal paramourship of Krishna in Golok and Gokula, and the husbandhood of Krishna in the Vaikuntha and Dwaraka, etc. So here one is the husband, goddess of everyone are expansions of Radharani. So whenever Radharani saw Samuttisha Leelaya, so whenever she gets angry with Krishna, she takes off all the forms of gopis, all the goddess of fortunes. Everyone, there is no more women. That is the potency of Radharani. And Radharani is serving Krishna. And whenever she takes off all the forms into herself, then Brashteshwarya, Shrikaha, Barihina, Upadrutaha, everyone, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, they go back to Krishna and then ask for help. Krishna, please help. Then again, Krishna will please Radharani. Again, she expands herself into all the gopis, all the goddess of fortunes. That is Radharani. That Radharani is engaging in pleasing Krishna. So there is only one person, Radharani, for the pleasure of Krishna. Hladini Siktirasmat. Radha Krishna Pranay Vikriti Hladini Siktirasmat. Ekatmanavapi Bhuipura Deha Vedam Gatavado Chaitanyaktim Prakatamandana Tadbhaim Chaikyamaptam Radha Bhava Jyoti Solitam Navami Krishna Swarupam. Only Krishna is there, and all Krishna's expansions. There is nothing is against Krishna, against the scriptural injunctions. Everything comes from Krishna. This is Ekatmana, just only one form, and Krishna for his enjoyment he expands into two. That is Radha and Krishna. Again, Radha and expands so many of the gopis to give pleasure to Krishna. Again, for performance of this Chaitanya's pastimes, both Radha and Krishna become one and appear as a golden form. Yada pasyaha pasite rukmavarnam kartarimesham purusham brahma yonim. Whoever sees that golden form of the Lord, golden Gaura Sundara, Gaura Hari, he will be immediately liberated just by seeing them. Yada pasyaha pasite rukmavarnam kartarimesham purusham brahma yonim. That form is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who has been experiencing all this Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikriti, those pastimes. Radha Bhavadyuti Suvalitam Naumi Krishna Surupam. So taking the color and complexion of Radharani again, because it is the only one form. And in that mood of Radharani, the Vipralambha Bhava, separation from Krishna, he manifested those pastimes. But here, that only Krishna and all the gopis, they're only full-fledged of Krishna. That is, Rupa Goswami acknowledged the eternal paramourship of Krishna in Goloka and Gokula and the husband of Krishna in the Vaikuntha and the Dwarka, etc. And then further in the Lord of Goloka and the Lord of Gokula, the character of paramourship is found in its complete form. And Krishna's deliberate overstepping of his own quality of self-delightedness is caused by the desire of union with another's wedded wife. Okay, so that is, it is mentioning paramourship is found in its complete form. The state of being another's wedded wife is nothing but the corresponding assumed sentiment on the part of the gopis. These gopis, they are self-supported living entities in the spiritual world. Self-support in the previous paragraphs that we have read by commentaries of Jiva Goswami, that they are the self-supported living entities, and though they assumed egoistic sentiment that I'm a wife of Abhimanyu, I'm a wife of this person, by that one, it is assumptions, egoistic assumptions. But actually, they are meant for to give pleasure to Krishna. Otherwise, it is not possible to bring out that taste. So in reality, they have no husbands with independent and separate existence. Still, their egoistic sentiment makes them have the nature of the wedded wives of others. That is the egoistic sentiments. So all the characteristics that desires makes the paramour overstep the bounds of duty, etc., are eternally present in the seat of all deliciousness. In Raja, that very reveals itself to an extent in a form more tangible to persons with mundane eyes. See, that's why to understand Krishna's pastime, it is very tricky because we are born with the materially embodied. Materially embodied, we are covered by the ignorance. Ignorance means bhumirapo nalo vayu kammano buddhirevacha ahankariti me bhinna prakriti rashtada. This is bhinna prakriti. It is possible only for Krishna. If anyone who imitates, he will be captured by the Maya. He will be in trouble. That is in our experience. Everyone who got that one, he will be captured and put in the jail. But Krishna, he enjoys. That is the difference. Okay, that is the summary of this paragraph. Okay, I stop there. I request the devotees, if you have got any questions, it's because it's a long paragraph. Another one is also long paragraph. We shall cover it in another session. So meanwhile, we'll have a questions and answers, any comments or reflections. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Dandavat pranam.
Bhakti.
I just have a like small question that why Radha Rani has to married within like Abhimanyu, and then he has to also they have their mother-in-law and like their sister-in-law, they are giving him trouble and everything. So why he has to go all this?
So again, this one is the assumption egoistic sentiment. So without that sentiment, they cannot bring out that paramourship.
Mm.
For For example, here husband and wife, they have got a intimate relationship. But wife thinks that my husband is always in the same home, so and present past all the time I have to see the same face. And husband also thinks that my wife is always there, always in the same home. There is not much rasa comes in the partnership. But if she another wife, we don't know when the availability of their love I would get. So such kind of expectations would be there. So this is what here Jiva Goswami says that this paramour who overstep her bounds of duty or eternally present in the seat of all deliciousness. For example, if some for example, if a child is having some sweet, if you take from his hand by little bit of force, though we feel some kind of happiness as a parent or something like that. Than eating, buying our own things. If we grow something in our garden, we will get more happiness than buying it from the shop and getting and eating it. So it is kind of a bringing that taste, rasa. So they have got the Abhimanyu as the man wedded with Abhimanyu, again stepping over the marriage relationships and to give pleasure to Krishna. And again, one person is ego sentimenting his assumption of mother-in-law and sister-in-law, like that. Jatila, Kutila, Abhimanyu, they will bring those pastimes.
And there was something mentioned here, Govardhana. What that? I didn't understand in that. I know the Abhimanyu and Govardhana or something.
So Abhimanyu, Govardhana is the hill. When Radharani was mentioning in the Goloka pastimes, there it was the Krishna's appearance on the wall, and Radha needs to accompany. So Krishna is arranging everything. At the time, Radha mentions that Sansari, how can I get separate from this Virija river and Govardhana hill in the spiritual world? Then Krishna says that Govardhana will be manifested in the Vrajabhumi, and Yamuna river is there, it will be manifested on the earth. So he gives all assurances to Radharani there.
Yeah, but there is no anything.
And then they take birth.
There is no anything related to the marriage with Govardhana, isn't it?
Could you please repeat, Mataji?
Sorry, because here is something mentioned manifested in the form of their marriage with Abhimanyu and Govardhana. So it's not a marriage; it's just he wants to bring it.
Yes, Abhimanyu is the assumption, egoistic sentiment, one of the husband. But actually, there is no sexual union between Radha and Abhimanyu.
Okay, but then Govardhana is just he wants to bring her Govardhana in Vrindavan when she wants to come down. There's some
Yes, that is the desire of Radharani to have Govardhana hill and the.
Yeah, Yamuna and river and everything she wants to bring.
Yes. And the Rasa Mandala, Shatashringa mountains. So there are 4 hills in the Golapurindavan, and where in between those Rasa Mandala, this Virija river. Radharani doesn't want to get separate. Out of those, one of the hill is Shatashringa and Govardhana outwards, one of the mountain. It's a so beautiful place. Again, Radharani wanted to have them in the earth to be manifested.
And there's also fortune still there exists, and we can go and visit there and like in pilgrim.
Yes. Yes, that's why many people doing parikrama, Govardhana parikrama. And some,
mercy.
Yeah, even some take a small stone from the Govardhana and then keep in as a lock in their lockets and wear in the necks.
Okay. So we can bring like that stone?
Yes.
Okay, I thought somebody said that not to take anything. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we can bring. There's so many of devotees. They bring a Govardhana, collect one of the stone from there and then put it in their lockets and then wear it all the time.
Oh, okay.
Prabhupada disciples, number of disciples they were wearing.
Yeah, because once you do this parikrama over there, you feel so blessed. Like, it's so good to looking Govardhana.
Yes, Mataji. Yeah. Thank you, Mataji. Any other questions or comments or reflections?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Few sentences below this, where it says the hero is of two different types, which, just above now, just few lines above, go up. So below Govardhan, about fourth line. Yeah, that one. So the hero is of two different types, visually the wedded husband and the Paramar Patish, Chopatish. Does it mean that the hero is referring to Krishna here?
So here, Pati is the Abhimanyu, who is the shadow of Krishna, and Patisha, Upapatisha iti, Upapati is like a Krishna rather than in the mundane world. Patisha, Upapatisha iti, Prabhavedau iha, Visitau iti. Krishna explains himself like a all. One is shadow and he himself.
Okay. Thank you.
Visrita means just expansions.
Thank you.
Okay, Mataji, any other questions? It's that is from Sri Brahma Samhita. It's Mataji. Anyway, Mataji, would you like to recite this shloka, Mataji? आनंद चिन्मय रस प्रतिभाविताभिः ताभिर्जयेव निजुरूपतया कलाभिः गोलोक एव निवसति अखिलात्मभूतो गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. Mataji, would you like to recite, Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Sorry Prabhuji, there was a bit of noise going on here. Yes Prabhuji, you were saying something?
Yes, would you like to recite this shloka, Mataji?
Yes Prabhuji. आनंद चिन्मय रसा प्रतिभा ताभिर्य एव निज रूपतया कलाभिः गोलोक एव निवासति अखिलात्मभूतो गोविन्दम् आदिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. Hare Krishna.
And also you read the translation as well, Mataji, please.
I worship Govinda, the primeval lord residing in his own realm, Goloka, with Radha, resembling his own spiritual figure, the embodiment of the ecstatic potency possessed of the 64 artistic activities, in the company of her confidantes, Sakhis, embodiments of the extensions of her bodily form, permeated and vitalized by his ever blissful spiritual rasa. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. It is from Sri Brahma Samhita. Thank you, devotees. If you are happy, then we shall conclude that session and we'll continue in the next Saturday.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Sorry, I will be leaving soon as well. But just one thing about tomorrow. Last year, Debashis Prabhuji had said to meet at a particular point between such and such time. I don't know whether that would help this time as well, because we could be all over the place.
Yes, Mataji, what we can do, it may not be one particular place. We can keep 2 to 3 places so that if it is not here, maybe other place at least. So maybe one is the steps where Jagannath Radhas stand. So where the steps are there, that is one place. And the stage where um, the performances are taking place, that one. In that place, we can also take that one as second place. Steps and the opposite is steps and the stage. Can anyone suggest that when any other common place? Of course, there may be so many people. Um,
Maybe
but
just limit to 2 only, otherwise we...
yes, Mataji, we'll keep that only two. So one is the stage place where the chairs and either devotees may be sitting on the floor, and another one is the steps. And also the timings also is important.
Yes. Yeah, because I think well, Hemlata Mataji and I will be with Madan Prabhuji. We are doing something earlier part when the Raths haven't probably come yet at that time. But then afterwards, some of us are planning to go and pull the Raths as well. So we could be anywhere. I don't know, 3, 4 o'clock or something. What time should we meet? I don't know.
Yeah, yes, Mataji. So 3 o'clock maybe not exactly. In
Yeah.
between, we will say to 2:30 to 3:30, something like that.
Yeah, because 2 o'clock is rich, so sometimes someone to go early. So yeah, 3:30 is the good.
Yeah, 2:30 to 3:30 or 4 o'clock, between 1.5 hours, 2:30 p.m. to 4 o'clock. We would be staying either at the steps or the stage, so that devotees will get the chance to see each other and speak.
Okay, 2:30 to 4 o'clock, 1.5 hours window. Okay.
Yes, Mataji. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
You said near the stage, near the step.
Yeah, near the stage and near the steps.
Stage? Which stage?
The stage is where the kirtans and the performances are being done. The chairs are kept.
Okay, yeah. Okay, everybody sitting, yeah.
Yes. That is one place. Another place is the stage in front of the Radhas.
Yeah. Tomorrow is nice day. So there is no rain or anything.
Yes.
So, yeah. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. We'll drop a message in the group as well, saying that 2:30 to 4 p.m. and 1.5 hour 90 minutes window, devotees can meet together in these two places. Another update, otherwise we shall conclude and continue with further chapter. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंतकोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय। श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। Francis Dev, जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री